Welcome to the Surviving Marriage Podcast with Rufus and Jenny, marriage educators, best-selling authors, and relationship disruptors, giving you marriage education from decades of marriage experience. Here's Rufus and Jenny Triplett.
Hi, welcome. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome.
What up?
To Surviving Marriage Podcast. Oh my God. Y'all have no idea what it took to get us here.
Girl, why you have me put on this hat?
Season 5. Okay. I am your host, Jenny Triplett, and attached at my hip is my hubby.
About to take off this hat too.
3+ decades. Rufus Triplett.
Tell him.
And this is us back on the mic after.
Guess who's back?
A 2+ year
trip is back
and some change hiatus. We have truly been on hiatus, guys. So
I tried to stay on hiatus.
Before we catch you guys up and introduce our guests, because we have so much to talk about. Hopefully you guys, if you are watching us on YouTube, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you are watching us on Facebook, hit that follow, like, whatever you need to do. And if you are listening afterwards with the replay and different things like that, please hit the subscribe from wherever you get your podcast, because when you do that, that helps us. Okay. And after all is said and done, if you really love it, make sure you like, comment, and share and all that good type of stuff, because we are working our way back. We are working our way back weekly.
I ain't never left.
We did.
I've been here all along.
No, we did not. We're going our way back weekly, and we're going to grow however that needs to be, slowly or however. And we appreciate your support. Okay. Now, where have we been? Let's talk
everywhere.
About that.
Everywhere. You done been everywhere.
Before that part, for the past 2 years, our life has really been lifing. Okay. My husband's dad transitioned in November of 2022 on the same day as our son did in 2016. How that happens, only Allah knows, right? Only Allah knows. So November 2016, right? So that's a lot. And then after that, 8 months after that, his mom was diagnosed with cancer. 8 months after she loses her husband, diagnosed with cancer. So then she came to live with us, and we became caregivers, just trying to make sure that, she was good, make sure that she was taken care of, make sure we had a plan. She's doing all natural, holistic, no chemo, no radiation, and she's actually good.
All natural. We want to make sure she can stick around for as long as she can. See, that I ain't going to even get into it, but that radiation is something different.
Yeah. Y'all know, if y'all been following us enough, y'all know that we believe in the natural, holistic, and different things. So we shared.
Didn't even have to convince her too much.
Not at all. She was a trooper.
Don't give it to me.
She was like, okay, what do I need to do?
You got some more?
Yeah.
I thought it was a drug going on around here.
Where some people fall into the trap of, just doctors and believing what the doctor says. She's actually a willing participant and update. She's doing very well. She's stable and doing very well.
Yeah, she don't like all them greens though.
So
can you give me something else to eat?
We share this because it's things that happen in a marriage that you just don't know, and it comes at you fast. Ooh. You don't know how it will affect you. You don't know how it will require you to show up.
You don't know if a joker gonna go out the door.
You don't know it, right? You don't know
just saying,
if somebody.
Some people ain't sticking around.
You don't know if somebody is gonna lose their ever loving mind with all of this happening.
I was looking at you crazy sometimes, though.
What?
I was just looking at you. That's all I'm saying.
I've been here. You better look at
some. You was in the trenches.
I'm in here.
You stepped through some stuff. Ooh. Could you quit stepping in it though? Can you step around it from now on?
Well, you know what? I can only, I guess, reflect or react to what life throws me, what Allah has for me.
Well, I'm stepping around it,
and I'm glad to be married to a man.
What?
And that's
girl. That's the only thing you married to. Excuse you.
That's a man with a capital M. Okay, that doesn't crumble, when things get hard.
Well, don't be excluding people. Ain't that what they tell us? Don't
And
be excluding everybody.
And over almost 35 years, we've been through a lot. We've been through a lot.
What in the what is going on up in here?
You're not normally speechless. Okay. All right. All right, picking it up.
Do we want to get into what I done been through?
Okay.
What? That's the whole hour up in here.
Speaking of 35 years, next month, is our 35th anniversary. We will be celebrating 35 years of marriage.
Can we celebrate at home, please?
Do we have a drum roll or clap, applause, clap or something? Okay. All right. So, inshallah. And we always try to do something for our peeps. Yeah.
You said you wanted an applause.
Why you late?
Huh?
That's enough. Okay.
I gave you an applause.
All right. So we always try to do something for our peeps. So we have this wonderful, wonderful special for you guys. All right. So for our 35th anniversary, we are going to offer our couples card games. And plenty of you guys have these things, right? Our couples card games, 99 questions for one great conversation. Now, they're regular $25, but for the next month, up until our anniversary, you can get 2 for 35 for our 35th anniversary.
2 for 35?
2 for 35.
Well, how much did I pay for? Excuse me?
Stop. 99 questions for one great conversation. Okay. And then there's 3 categories on the back. So many people have played this. Yes, they are for single people too. As a matter of fact, I think just as many single people buy these as married people.
I think it's most single people buying them.
They have conversations.
Is it that they're trying to get married or something?
With their friends. They have conversations with their their loved ones. They have conversations with their intentionals, to get into their heads and everything. So for richer, for poor, for sickness and in health, and for better or for worse. And we're going to be playing this with our guests.
What happened to death do us part? That don't
I think we
equate no more?
I think we need a special pack for those questions.
Because somebody might.
I think we need a special pack for those questions. So go to where it goes right there, survivingmarriagetips.com. Go to survivingmarriagetips.com and put in 2 card games. You got to use the coupon code HAPPY35 because y'all, sharing our 35th
We sure is happy.
Are we?
I'm happy.
No, I'm playing. Y'all know I'm playing, right? I'm playing. Okay. All right. Coming up, our guests, and we are so happy to have them for our first episode back. We got Ash and Amina. Hold on, guys.
Oh, y'all want the applause too? Oh, hold on. I give y'all the applause too.
Okay.
Hey, can y'all shut up back there?
Okay. All right. So excited to have authors, financial educators, okay, and husband and wife team. Ash,
you got the man over there too.
And Amina.
That's the man.
I said authors plural. Financial educators plural.
And you got the man.
They ain't doing nothing over there by themselves. Okay. All right. Plural. Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Peace and blessings.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
assalam. Okay. First things first. All right. How long have you guys been married, and how did you meet?
So we've been married for 17 years. We've been together for 21. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
How we meet?
Short version.
Short version. Yeah, you go. I don't know how to say the short version.
He tells the story better, but it's a long version of it.
So we met at the bank. So we met, at the bank. I was a banker. She was a teller. One day, I just happened to be walking by, and I saw this beautiful young lady, and I was, and actually, so me and another teller friend of ours, or a teller friend of mine, we would always, just kind of check the girls out, and so I saw her and I ran to him. I said, "Yo, who that?" And he was telling me, he was like, "Oh, no, don't even waste your time. She's not gonna pay no attention to you." And so from that day on, I was on a mission to make her mine, and I succeeded.
Oh snap!
That's the short
Okay,
version. That's the short version.
that's okay. That's a short version. Now, don't we all have stories? Don't we all
Yeah,
have?
some of us have stories, but some of us have the truth.
Yeah, we all have, because our story, so it correlates somewhere in the middle.
Oh no,
You know what
ain't
I'm
no
saying?
correlating. I
Like,
just tell the truth.
right, and sometimes it ends up being a long story, but then you could cut to the
That's
short,
because you make it long.
the short story. All right, so you guys know we have to tackle the elephant in the room, because as soon as
It's
I
an elephant in
posted,
what room? These rooms too small.
as soon as I posted about you guys, like a lot of people, follow, Ash has this huge network, right? Follow you guys, whatever. Like, oh, I didn't know you were Muslim. They're Muslim. Like, really? Like, I didn't. Okay, and you guys know for obvious reasons, right? So, did you convert? Were you born Muslim, or what's the story?
Yeah. So Amina is like, yeah. So Amina's been. All right, so I'll go first. So I converted. So I actually was I was raised Christian. So my mother was a devout Christian. So we spent so much time in church growing up. My sister and my mom continued to go to church. So I'm the youngest of three. My brother didn't really go to church at all. In fact, my brother, kind of dibbled and dabbled in Islam, Nation of Islam, actually, because around 12, the first book I read was Message to a Black Man, by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, peace be unto him. And so my brother, dibbled and dabbled in the Nation, 5%ers, things of that nature. So Islam was always around me, and I grew up in Harlem, so that's it was always around me. Around, I want to say 2006, I started reading, Think and Grow Rich, and every time I read it, I kept hearing about the Prophet Muhammad. It's actually in that book. And so around, I want to say 2011, when I was working at the bank, I had a friend of mine who was Muslim, a Mo Barry, and every Friday he would go to Jumu'ah. And I was just curious, asking him questions about Islam all the time. And I've actually went to Jumu'ah with him a couple of a few times. And because of Amina, I always kind of wanted to, like I played with taking my shahada, but I just never kind of fully committed. Around 2019, but 2019, March 2nd, 2019, my mother transitioned. And so around that time, I just fell into a dark place where, I just didn't know who I was. So I was in search for who I was. I was, reading a lot of things around spirituality. I was reading a lot of things about African spirituality, about my culture. So my parents are from Haiti. And then all of a sudden, all these different signs, I was reading a lot of Iyanla books around that time. So this is like late 2019 into 2020. And yeah, I started to read stuff. So then at that moment, I read Think and Grow Rich. And then he started talking about the Prophet Muhammad again, peace be unto him. And I was like, oh, wow. And then there was other signs and other things that kept happening. And so I just kind of knew, at that moment, I said, no, Islam is what's for me. Amina was giving me a lot of literature, and she was like talking to me about about Islam, and just it just made the most sense. The thing that kind of like solidified it for me, she was writing a children's book series on the Haitian Revolution, and so I was learning a lot about the Haitian Revolution. And there's most people who know about the Haitian Revolution know about the story of Duddy Bookman. He was a slave, taken from Jamaica, and then came to Haiti. They called him Duddy Bookman was because he kept carrying a book around with him all the time. And his masters took the book when he got to Haiti, because he never wanted to get rid of the book, and they tied it to his stomach and they burnt it to his stomach. That book was the Holy Quran. And in fact, when you think about the Bookman's prayer, there's a place in Haiti called Bois Caïman, right? And so Bois in Creole, in Haitian Creole, means the woods. It's the woods or trees. Kai is house, and then imam is imam. And so Duddy Bookman was a Muslim man who was an imam, and he was the start of the Haitian Revolution. And so for me, I said, wow, like my ancestors were Muslim.
Yeah,
so
that's why I like when I hear people's convert stories that, and some people will say revert, stories that the education brings you back to that. And I definitely relate to that because I grew up Christian.
Well, I'm glad you ain't asking about no cats and dogs.
Like
They're
we
eating
gonna
the cats.
we gonna get to that, but we gotta stay on point first.
gonna get
Okay.
Yeah.
But I grew up in the church, deep in the church, like Sunday, the summer Bible school, the after program, the anniversary, that's where we spent Halloween most time. You know what I'm saying? Like deep in the church. So, it's definitely that. Now, Amina, I'm gonna give you, she gotta tell her story.
Yeah. My story won't be as long because my family, they were actually very diverse. So I had a grandmother that was Jehovah's Witness, one that was a Baptist Christian. I had a Buddhist aunt. My uncles, however, they were Muslim, right? Groomed in the Nation of Islam. And these are my dad's brothers. And then my mom, she was, I would say she was neutral. She was very intentional about me learning everything. She was very highly into African spirituality, but she was intentional about not allowing me to label myself either one. She just wanted me to learn. My uncles, who were, they were the leaders of the family, they always took the time to take me and my cousins. They obviously named us all Amina, Rahim, Shatima. We grew up in the 80s and 90s in Brooklyn. So it was really a Black nationalist, Nation of Islam, Muslim environment. Like you couldn't avoid it. It was part of the dynamic, part of the culture of the community. So long story short, my uncles, what they would do, they would teach us the principles, right? There were times when they would teach us Arabic, they would have us read in the Quran, that kind of thing. So they were very, again, intentional about teaching us the way of Islam. When I had my son is when I finally, I said, I have to have something for him to follow. That was very important to me because, growing up around in a very male dominant family, that was one of the things that was consistent. It's like, you have to have principles. You have to have something to live by. So I'm like, all right, I have a son now. He needs some principles to live by. So I just leaned back on what I knew, and I realized that I was living my life in Islamic principles without taking on the identity. And it was really having him that made me say, okay, it's time to take this serious and integrate it into my family life and really walk into who I am. And that's how and that was in 2015.
I am so happy to hear that because that actually goes into like our next question. Like definitely that, because he also had a similar, like his grandfather brought Islam to the family, and several of his uncles, two imams.
Did nobody listen to him at first?
And they were following practicing
Everybody
religion.
just ignored the man.
But his father was one of the ones that didn't really, abide by it.
Oh, he ain't bringing it into my home.
It was certain things,
But we still all believed that there was only one God.
Right. And before,
that's what hit my heart when we got older.
Yeah. And before his dad transitioned, he actually took his shahada again.
Yeah, they said again because my aunties, his brother, the siblings said that he been took it.
Yeah,
but we just didn't see it growing up. That's
right.
all.
Like the practice wasn't implemented. Okay.
Yes.
So next question, because it's like I said, we got a lot talked about here. With being Muslim, your platform is a lot about abundance. Yes. And that's never really like a correlation with Muslim and Islam and people having a problem like, oh, you just money and chasing money or whatever. It's more like, creflo dollar with the prosperity and, that type of thing or whatever. So how do you navigate the space and balance Islam with that?
Yeah, I mean yeah, it's a great question. You know, for me, you know, the one thing I realize is that when it comes to abundance, you know, God has always said, even in the Quran, that God will provide, right? And so for me, it was especially as I, you know, because of what I do, you know, as a financial educator, it was hard for me to, you know, accept Islam and think that there, you know, we're not supposed to, deal in abundance, right? And so for me, as I was doing studying and as I was learning, what I realized was it wasn't that you couldn't, you know, you couldn't talk about abundance. It was just that you have to know where the abundance comes from. So that was the difference for me, where in teaching it, it's not that you can't have it, it's that you are supposed to give all praises to Allah, right? And then even from a perspective of not treating people differently because they don't have the materials, but we all have access to the same God. And so that is the message of abundance, right? That abundance is being your birthright. And it also, I find that there are so many, people that are Muslim who are, who do have, a lot of means because of their faith. And so for me, it was about, how do I help a lot of them get, tell their stories in order to understand that it's okay for us to lean into what God is has chosen for us.
Right, right, right. And
Man,
that's what I because a lot of people feel that righteousness and holiness and piety is
Mhm.
tied to poor.
Yes.
Being poor.
well, if
But
if he gave you that money, you
yeah,
just got to be more responsible.
yeah, and
It's about what you do with that money.
But think
one
about this though. Think about when you read the Quran tells you your obligation of giving means to your family. And so if it wasn't meant for us to be abundant, then how am I supposed to be able to give give inheritance, to your family?
listen, you about to touch on some stuff right now because this would be my part right here. It's like, okay, so you gonna ask me for everything? I get solicitations left, right, upside down. I got to build the well, and I got to help with the masjid with the roof, and I got to do and I gotta be this. And how am I supposed to do that if I ain't got no money?
Absolutely. Yeah.
I just and it's not like we are in a
You got to travel. You got to go shopping.
uh,
You got,
well, my husband provides
if
that,
you're
right?
gonna
So,
tell it, then you gotta tell it
I'm
all.
sorry, but my husband provides my needs, okay? But anywho, okay, so you have this huge network. I mean, like you just really know everybody, right? So you have this huge network. But a lot of times when you walk into this network, you don't lead with Islam.
Mhm.
So how do you balance that with knowing that you're dealing with all kind of people? Now, mind you, this is the choir talking to you because we have a plethora of a network as
We
well.
acquire now?
And
Which you the bass note, the tenor?
with
What you got?
that's all kinds of people, right?
Mhm.
We don't compromise who we are in order to
Mm-mm.
have this network
Excuse
and
me.
to navigate this network. So how do you do that? How do you walk into and lead this huge network and balance Islam?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's really about inclusivity and not excluding, right? And so, I stay away from any of the conversations that are divisive. And when I wrote a book called "Abundance Is Your Birthright," nine spiritual, things that will help you become a millionaire. And each of those principles, I made sure that I got sources from the Quran, sources from the Bible, sources from the Torah, and also law of attraction, because all of those principles, there's similarities that all connect. And so for me, it's about being inclusive. And so I talk about God a lot, right? And so, sometimes I say God, sometimes I say Allah, most times I say God, universe, just so that it includes everybody. There are, there's been times though that people, and this is not all Christians, but a lot of Christians hijack God, right? Meaning that if you say something about God, they automatically believe that you are a Christian. And so a lot of people, not a lot, but I've had situations in which someone thought I was a Christian, find out that I'm Muslim, and then, started to say things like, oh, I'm disappointed, and, you'll learn that Jesus Christ is the true savior and things of that nature. And again, my goal is really about inclusivity. And so I only try to talk about the similarities between Islam, Christianity and Judaism, and even the law of attraction, but any of the things that may seem contradictory, if you will, or things that, maybe somebody else's beliefs and not my beliefs. I just kind of stay away from those topics, because ultimately I serve, in my work, predominantly, African Americans, right? And so I believe we have a lot going on as Black people than to add something else to divide us. And so ultimately, I choose to make sure that as I'm having these conversations, that I only have the conversations that are inclusive.
Okay. I want to, you said something that's going to
Girl.
drive the next question, but I want to deal with this right here. Because, like I said, we have a wealth of network as well. It may not show in our numbers, and people don't understand that, but folks is crazy. I'm gonna say we have a lot
Yeah,
of.
but people
we
think
have-
I'm loosey goosey on Islam.
No, but we have a lot of looky loos. I'm gonna say it like that. People would rather looky loo than follow you. Yeah, that's one little thing.
But
You know what? That's a t-shirt.
I just want to say,
need to do
but I
that. That's a
just,
t-shirt.
but I just want to say, because what the brother's saying is true. Because I'm more approachable in that way, I guess. A lot of people question how I practice. I'm Quran and Sunnah. Period. I mean, most Muslims know what that is. Quran and Sunnah. If you don't know, look it up. But either way, my point is, just because you Quran and Sunnah don't mean you have to be have a stiff. You don't have to be
right. Well, and always, and it's not always that
telling people
like,
stuff. Always get out of people's business.
Well,
let people
and
be who
it's,
they are.
It's not all you have to wear the thobes like when we were in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, I got my
You're wearing
thobes.
the
Excuse
thobes
me.
every day, and it's not like you have to talk a certain way. Thou beloved. Hey, just you know what I'm saying. You don't
Thou
have
beloved.
Because trust me, I'm a little.
That's one of them old Bibles right there.
I'm a little fly
Thou
right here sometimes. I'm a little fly, but that don't mean, you know what I'm saying? That does not mean that we don't, believe in Quran and walk a certain way.
No. My challenge, was Ash was, I asked people, if you question my Islam, tell me what I'm doing outside of the deen.
Right.
They couldn't.
Right.
And they still can't to this day. I challenge you now. Who think that, boy, you don't know me? Excuse me.
Right.
You done?
I was just venting a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, well, Ash vented. I had to vent like Ash did.
Okay. All right. So like I said, we have I'll just say a well-rounded network. And we have some people that are trying to build themselves, build their wealth, build themselves in some type of way. And this sister here, Assalamu alaikum, I'm currently struggling with this very subject, abundance.
Hey, sis, just let it come. Just let it come to you.
Because in some instances, Islam is about not stacking. Do not stack. Also, it's about giving. There's a hadith that talks about giving away all your wealth, before you die, because that would be better for you. Like you can't take it with you. So once again, like I said, when I'm talking about this title and just thinking about having to balance that, because we struggle with that as well, because people look at us like we got a lot of money.
Yes.
Now, we were on your show.
Describe a lot of money.
We were on your show, Inside the Vault, and I would play the clip, but I don't want to get a copyright strike for like the music or whatever is going on. And the clip that I just posted recently about we made $1 million in a 12-month period, which we did. We got receipts, y'all. We made the million. Okay. We made $1 million. A lot of people was really tripping on that. Like, we made $1 million and we were able to walk away. You tripped out when we said that. I ain't had a chance to back up because we walked away. So,
Well, keep walking.
You looked like you wouldn't have walked away. Like, y'all walked away. Y'all making money and y'all walked away.
Yeah.
So the question is, with abundance, how much is enough? How much is enough that you would walk away?
Yeah. So, I mean, you want to grab it?
No, go ahead.
Yeah.
You got it.
So for me, so I believe that because I believe abundance is your birthright, that also means that I don't have to sacrifice. I don't have to beg. I don't have to steal. I don't have to do anything that is outside of what feels good to me for money, right? Because it's something that, that is provided for me. It's my birthright. And so for me, there isn't a number that's enough. It's as much as, Allah allows, right? And what happens, and my thought process of this is that the more abundance, so for me, and Amina as well, we don't go after abundance for the sake of just having a lot of things. We actually do a lot with the funds, right? So meaning that there are a lot of causes we support. There's a lot of volunteering that we're able to do. There's a lot of we hire, we circulate the money within our community, and so Allah bless who He wills, right? Which means that if you have the opportunity to be blessed, you should take that blessing and maximize that, right? There shouldn't be a level of you're blessing me too much, if you will, because at the end of the day, the more you're blessed, the more you can help and serve God's people.
So it's not about abundance,
Man.
and it's not about abundance and hoarding.
No,
it's about it's about.
I mean, and you can have your mansion or whatever. I'm just waiting for mine, hopefully in the next life. But you can have your mansion, you can spend your money, you can have your expenses, but you better be doing His work with that money as well. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine.
And the thing about having the mansion and the nice clothes and the cars and things of that nature, it allows you to do the work better, right? And so for me, let's just say as a person who teaches about abundance, how could I teach about abundance and I don't look abundant, right?
Nobody would believe. Wait. Is that like having?
How can you be a cook and you don't know how to cook?
Is that like talking about marriage and you don't have a successful marriage, or is that
talking about marriage and you ain't been married for over 20 years?
Or is that like having a relationship podcast and you've never been in a successful relationship, like a relationship expert?
But you're hitting it, and again. I'm telling you, because I tried to dumb down some of the money a lot kept giving up. Because one thing, what I can tell people is this. This is what I can tell people.
Listen.
If He gives it to you, if you ask for it and you doing what's right, He would probably give it to you if it's really in your heart and you want it. Yeah. But you better be ready for what He give you, because I wasn't ready. I'm gonna tell you now.
Y'all see that right there, right?
Yeah.
Bless. That doesn't always mean money.
Yeah.
That doesn't always mean money. That also could mean the ability to bless others.
Yes.
That's what that could mean as well. Yeah. I want to direct this question straight to don't say he got it. I want to direct this question to Amina. To Amina. Amina.
Yes.
How much would be enough to walk away?
To walk away from what though?
Hey, to walk away, from having to teach people about financial literacy or being abundant, or doing the things that you do and just disappear. Like some people, say,
keep accumulating.
Yeah, right. Or like some people say they're working to be seen. Some people working to disappear. So, yeah, how much would be enough?
Wow, I mean, I feel like there's no number to walk away, because then what am I doing?
Yeah.
Once I walk away,
Retiring, maybe
No, I-
retiring. I mean, has there been some type of plan for retirement? Is there a number? Is there a goal? Is there, anything?
It sound like he wide open. So, excuse you.
I think that comes with the fact that we're not doing this for the money.
Right.
It just comes with it by way of doing the work because you love it,
Yeah.
because you love Allah's people.
Yeah.
That's just the back end result of doing the work, right? So there is no
Okay.
number.
And
No,
the
sis, if that's your answer, that's your answer. I just want,
Yeah, ain't no
Yeah.
You are who you are.
But just to add to that is, and this is what we try to teach in our teachings around abundance is there is no destination, right? And so what happens is, and this is what we taught in the Black community, let's work hard to get to this destination, and we kind of like wait until we get to a certain space, until we live in a certain way. We don't look at, there is no retirement for us, because like our life is what we want it to be, right? And so alhamdulillah, we're able to have any experience that we want. And so if we decide, all right, let's go on vacation, we could go on vacation. If we want to buy things, we could buy things. If we want to, so the thing about abundance, and this is why I say, our goal is to obtain as much abundance as we can, because it allows us to live in a way where we're not sacrificing, right? And so we wake up and do this work because we love the work, because we love the people. Because so when I go to a high school and talk to a bunch of kids and help them make money, it's because I love those people. When I go to a small town and I'm able to say, hey, there's this information, and let me give you this information because you could create multiple streams of income. It's because like Islam says, I want for my brother
What I want for myself. What I want for myself.
Well, you sure teaching it,
I
brother.
guess it also depends on where you are in life, because I'm telling you, we in that soft life. I'm like in that 55
Oh, I
plus.
done had enough abundance. That time you had
Man,
me buy about 6 cars sitting in my driveway was too much for me.
I'm at that 55 plus. Just it don't get done before 12 o'clock if it ain't got to.
Yeah.
It ain't. You know what I'm saying? That
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
You are like molasses in the morning.
I guess it just really depends on, like your space and where you are, you know what I'm saying, in life. Because if I talk to you 10 years from now, you may think differently.
Oh, you're going to think different.
Yeah. It may be different.
Again, nothing's wrong. And see that I'm going back to that sister's question, because we get judged even after accepting Islam, like you just supposed to be all in at that point.
Yeah.
Again, and Allah judges us in stages. Allah judges us where we're at. So again, I want that sister to know, don't worry about it. Just kind of, study, kind of learn, but don't let nobody pressure you.
It's a journey. Islam is a journey. And
I wish somebody would try to pressure me.
You're always feeding me into my next questions. You seem to be like, people gonna think you got the questions. They got
in your head
because they got all the answers.
He in your head.
Yeah, they got all questions. Okay, so are you guys, you talked about going to schools and talking to kids and different things like that. So are you guys guiding your children, for the entrepreneurial journey? Because, we have 2 millennials.
Man, my boy, he got out of high school and started a business. I'm like, what?
We
have
have 2 millennials. They are entrepreneurs. You might know one of them. He had a viral movie, that clip that went viral.
Oh my good girl.
When he curved the bullet.
Whoa.
So his movie
Can you curve back to this interview here?
His movie got like 70 million streams on YouTube or Tubi. Yeah, or something like that. So he's a filmmaker, and the other one is a truck driver. So yeah, we guided them.
They straight up
not
said,
to work for
y'all inspired me. So again, to have these examples and have you as an example, not just your children, but the community, and see just people trying to, having their own, and you can make your own money, and you can have this abundance and all of that good stuff.
So what is your guidance for your children and also the kids that you speak to about, the entrepreneurial journey?
So I can speak to, I'll speak to my kids, our kids. My intention, and when we teach and educate them around investing in entrepreneurship, is so that they have the ability to do what they love, right? I teach them a lot about investing, right? A lot about all of the things that I feel like I'm missed as far as how to use money as a tool, because I want them to be able to work for what they love from the outset, right? Didn't start that way for me. This new thought process that we just expressed, that's probably what, 5, maybe 10 years old.
Oh yeah,
It is
and these
right.
these kids on something different these days too.
Right. This is new, but for them, I don't want them getting out of college and automatically feeling like I need to go into this career because I need money.
Yeah.
Whatever career you go into, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you're doing it because you just absolutely love it, because you have learned how to make your money work for you.
Well, that's how you're gonna stick with it. You ain't gonna stick with it just by doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about it is, like, our children are already entrepreneurs, right? And so, my daughter and I, we wrote a book together when she was 3 years old. She's been with me throughout my, entrepreneurship journey since she's 16 now, but since she was 2, going with me to like speaking engagements, things of that nature. Our son, who's 9 right now, he has his own YouTube channel. He wrote his own book, Ash Loves Cash. Make sure I go to ashlovescash.com to go pick up a copy. He also, is always learning how to monetize his YouTube channel, things of that nature. So, it's really like the best of both worlds. So they get their entrepreneurship spirit from me, and they got her brain, so they're really smart in school. So I'm not the school guy. I'm a man of the streets. I've been an entrepreneur since 8 years old, packing bags at the local supermarket, selling mixtapes and T-shirts.
Okay. So yeah, you the
You know what?
hustler.
You know
You the
what?
hustler.
I
I'm
can
a hustler.
see
Look,
Ash doing that though.
Beauty and the brains. Beauty
Hey,
and the brains.
my
hustler
visual
straight
on
up.
Ash with the CDs and stuff
Yo,
is kicking in.
Well,
real.
we are winding down. Unfortunately, this has gone really, really fast, and I have a few things I need to get in here. So let's talk about, because you once again guiding my questions. Stop acting like you know. Okay. Once again, okay. Let's talk about generational wealth and being authors and how you help author. You have a program that helps authors and with generational wealth. But see, we had to talk all about the money and the abundance first, so people need to understand that this isn't just about chasing money. There's purpose here. Okay, so let's talk about that.
You can talk about your books.
Hey, you see Ash trying to kick back just a little bit, like
Because y'all
come
know
on
I
in.
can
Come on in, dear.
You ain't the silent partner
Come on,
now.
dear.
Come on.
You right. Come on in, dear.
Okay, somebody.
So yeah, she's not gonna talk. So I, so we've been authors since 2009. We wrote my first book, Mind Right, Money Right, 10 Laws of Financial Freedom. But because she's an English major, she always was the editor. So all of the ideas, kind of go through her as well. And so far, I've written over 17 books. I've sold over 250,000 books, all independently. And so, that's my journey as an author. She wrote about 9 children's books. And really, she writes Black history books, which all started as, books aimed towards our children because we couldn't find books to teach them about themselves. And so as we started to write books and really make a lot of money from books, right? So we've generated millions of dollars, not just from books, but we create what we call the 4 E's, where we say you need an entry level product or service, an examination level product or service, an elastic level product or service, and an exclusive level product or service. And so your book serves as the entry level product or service. And then from the book, people may want to know more about what you're offering, which is why they go to the next E, which is an examination level product or service, which is a course or some type of program. Then if they know, like, and trust you, and they want to keep getting resources from you, they might join a group or subscription program, which is the elastic, which is why it's elastic, because they keep coming back. And then for those people who are premium people who, you know, don't want to do it by themselves, but they wanted to hire you as maybe their coach and, you know, get results faster. They then get an exclusive product or service, where you charge a premium anywhere from $10,000 and up. And so we've been able to become very successful, you know, with that model, and we've done it for ourselves. And so we created a program called Book Rich, in which we help people, like the name says, become book rich, and we anchor it with the book. But then it's how do you create at least 15 streams of income from your book. And we've been really successful helping other authors, you know, write their books, but then also create the 4 E's. You know, we have a really thriving group that we meet with every Tuesday at 8 p.m. And teach them all these principles and really help them in real time, you know, create generational wealth, right? Because the great thing about books, and this is why we love it, is that your books will allow you to live forever. Right.
That's what I was trying to get.
What I was finna say was you talking to Ash way back in the day or something when we put this, because if this book do one more thing for me, this book done did everything.
We didn't know nothing. Y'all see our books up here, right? And the one over here, move your head, big head. The one over here that started over here that started it all. We are, I think before the end of the year, we're probably gonna see it like that. Yeah, we're probably gonna be at 500,000. I think before the end of the year.
But I tell you, I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, Ash, you know, you waiting on your boy to take over. I be waiting on her to take over. Yeah, me and me just be sitting in the cut and let y'all go ahead and do all that.
So, if you guys don't realize, the generational wealth is in the royalty and the intellectual property that you will own, which we are definitely, the space that we are in our life right now, we're lining all of that up for our millennials so that if anything happens to us, they'll know how to keep collecting the check. They know where the direct deposit goes. They know how to license the intellectual property. They know to look for if people stealing your stuff.
Their name ain't on my bank account yet, is it?
Any of that. No,
we're gonna have to hold off on that.
Yeah, that's that. They don't get that to the wheel.
You still going on expensive trips and stuff. I can't be having them going in there.
Okay, really quick, and we gonna make this really, really quick. You're Haitian, so we gotta ask your thoughts.
No, we don't have to ask him nothing.
We have to ask your thoughts on the Haitian immigrant situation.
Yeah. So for me, you know, I think a lot of it is nuance, right? I think a lot of it is nuance. I don't take the media and what they say at face value. And so, you know, I as a Haitian American whose parents are Haitian immigrants, I understand the power of Haitian people, the resilience of Haitian people, and literally, you know, I was the entrepreneur from early because my mother did not go on welfare, or, you know, so she wasn't ever looking for a handout. I don't know what's happening in Springfield. I think a lot of what is being said in the rhetoric is laughable, because when you think about the Haitian people and what we've done for America, right? There is no Louisiana without America, without Haiti. There is no New Orleans without Haiti. There's all of, you know, even slavery, you know, and the way slaves were treated, you know, with Haiti being the first free Black republic. A lot of that, you know, happened because of Haiti. So for me, I don't take any of it serious. I think that anybody who spews negativity is ignorant. They just don't know about you know the power of Haiti and the Haitian people. And so, you know, it's really nothing that I take serious, because you know I think if I thought it was any truth to what was being said, it would probably affect me, but it's not really affecting me, because I know the power of our people and what we've done for the U.S.
Okay. Well, I just had to ask about that.
And if you don't know, now you know.
So we're going to do a question from our card game real quick. If you guys have not seen it, like I said, it's our Surviving Marriage card game. And we're going to ask them just a random question.
Yeah, she done already told me to shut up, so I'm going to shut up.
This is random, and I'm just going to pick it, you know, just not knowing what it is. Let's see. Okay. Ooh, all right. So we got in sickness and in health, because there's 3 categories here. Ooh. Okay, in sickness and in health. Can smells make you physically ill?
Smells like
yeah, smells. Yeah, because I have a problem with like some perfume.
Yeah, why didn't you ask me that question?
If some people got on some heavy perfume, oh my God, it's just,
Good thing I don't wear it.
it's gonna make me nauseous. And
not good.
I mean, pork gets to me.
Oh yeah. Pork definitely gets to me. Yeah, for sure.
We can be driving by and it just be like,
oh yeah.
Is that? Oh my goodness.
Go to New York. You go to New York. You walk by the bodega. It's
Hey, I was in New York. I almost didn't walk by what's that place called? Pork?
No pork.
No, I almost walked by I didn't walk by no pork. I was like, no pork, I don't want to smell nothing. Yeah, I found out, whoa, that's the joint to go to.
It's halal. But okay. All right, we're gonna do a speed round. Where's my bell? Michelle, my bell. Speed round. Okay,
ding, ding.
You guys can answer these together. All right. Spring or fall?
Spring.
I'm going for fall.
Favorite decade?
Oh, the 90s.
The 80s.
Yeah, 90s.
Okay. Amina, my girl. Okay. Miami or Dubai?
Oh, Dubai. I haven't been yet, but Dubai. I've been to Miami too.
Yes, Dubai is all that.
You gonna spend some money.
Cornflakes or Cheerios?
Ooh, Cheerios all day.
Oh, these my people.
Yeah, them your people.
I have found my people.
Girl,
Oh
you
my
sure
God.
have. Give me some Apple Jacks.
Facebook or Instagram?
Instagram.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Okay. All right, guys, that is so it. And we love having you guys here. And before we let you go, please tell people how they can get in touch with you guys.
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Amina Lee TV, on Instagram at I am Amina Lee, and yeah, that's pretty much where I am.
And me, I am Ash Cash. Make sure you visit me, IamAshCash.com. Follow me on all social media platforms at I am Ash Cash.
Oh my freaking God. This has been a long time coming, and it was everything that I hoped it to be. Thank you guys so much. Okay. We're going to be right back with the food for thought. Oh, what you got?
Food for thought. Food for thought.
I do have thoughts.
Sometimes peace requires you to be quiet.
I'm shutting up.
Even if you are right.
I always shut up.
Do you want peace or do you want to be right?
I want both.
Okay. The way you answer this will dictate your life. Like, seriously. Okay. So much we see on social media is wrong. Like, seriously wrong on a daily basis. And we choose not to say anything because we just don't want that negative energy in our comments.
Yeah, I can have all that stuff.
Okay. So arguing is not pleasing. Arguing is not peace.
Nah, that's stuff for the buds, as my grandmama would say.
You have the right to remain silent.
I do most of the time.
All right.
Except for the times you tell me I'm talking too much.
That's it for the food for thought for today. And that's actually it for our show. Here's 3 ways that you guys can support our podcast. Okay. Buy a surviving marriage product, any of our books or anything like that. Share our podcast. That's free. If you share it, like, comment, subscribe, all that type of good stuff.
I like free.
It's free, right? Okay. All right. Go to our website and put in a comment on our blog. That's free too. All of this is free. You could do something just absolutely free. Okay. Now remember, stay connected via social media. Stay connected via social media at Rufus and Jenny. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also on right here in this stream on our website, rufusandjennytriplett.com. Okay. You ready to ride, dear?
I thought I was.
No, I think you're
I
wrong.
was where I was supposed to be.
This was our first episode back. So y'all were gentle with us. We take any comments, criticisms.
Not any comment. Keep
Yeah.
some of them to yourself.
Okay, be nice. Okay. Remember, marriage is a marathon, not a sprint. We are surviving it. And so can you.
And we are Rufus and Jenny. Until the next episode, y'all be cool.
We'll be men and wives.